Hi everyone, I'm your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, as you can see what this video is going to be about, based on the title, social media around too. Internet chatter regarding the mayhem that took place in downtown Chicago over the past weekend. I think it was probably about 80 degrees outside. And to be honest, I was considering driving into the city because I no longer live in the city, but I was considering driving into the city in this cookie shop that I've heard so much about, and actually it was recommended by a client. But the cookies are delicious. Oh my goodness, it's so delicious. But I'm glad it just crossed my mind and then it disappeared. But nevertheless, I just wonder how the city will prepare for this. Not sure what's going to happen, because there's been a lots of chatter based on my research and review and about a possible round two. I know tomorrow, Wednesday, there in the state of Illinois, I think the weather is going to be really, really nice. It's probably going to be in the 70s. So possible round two maybe tomorrow, or I think Thursday it was supposed to rain. But on Friday, it's supposed to be relatively nice. So, but I'm at this point, whereas no, it's not impacting me directly, but I guess, I'm one of those type of people, an imp, and I feel bad for people going through certain things or whatever. And I'm going to say this now. Get your kids, people. Get your kids. Get your kids. I try to be that non-judgmental auntie. But at this point, get your kids before someone with a conceal and carry get them, before the police get them, or before an accident or just life in general, because you're out there wilding out and doing something bad before they get you. Because that's basically where it may likely head if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time doing the wrong things. So I'm going to go over this article from the Chicago ABC 7 News. It cites, and this is from April 18th. Unruly downtown Chicago crowds raise alarm to Illinois Restaurant Association, and rightfully so. I'm just going to read some excerpts from the article. The Illinois Restaurant Association is raising concerns about unruly crowds in downtown Chicago last weekend. For the past 2 days, the city has been in the local and national spotlight after a chaotic weekend. Pun intended, rightfully so. Great choice of words, unfortunately. Videos show groups of young people causing mayhem. I've used that word several times. On Michigan Avenue on Saturday and at 31st Street Beach on Friday. The Restaurant Association, they have legit concern. They have a legit concern because, first and foremost, the Democratic National Convention is coming to Chicago next year. So hopefully things are in control, or controls are in place. I guess to keep certain areas under surveillance, or keep certain areas locked down, or keep certain areas secured, because I can only imagine what could possibly happen. But with the President of the United States coming to Chicago next year for the Democratic National Convention, I doubt anything like this will probably happen. But on a day-to-day basis, just for simply the taxpayers and citizens of Illinois and tourists and all of that, they need still to be protected. So the Restaurant Association, they have legit concerns because this affects their monetization on summer outings, summer crowds, So because like me, myself, I could just stay in my area. There's plenty of things to do in the far south suburbs where you don't have to pay for parking and where you can be relatively safe. Of course, nothing is absolute or perfect, but When you go to far south suburbs, maybe Orland or northwest suburbs, you go to probably or further north, Lake Zurich, or you go to like Naperville or Schaumburg area. You don't have to pay for parking, and you're relatively safe. So you weigh your pros and cons. So I'm not mad at the restaurant industry for having a legit concern. The article further cites that some teenagers were SHOT. Dozens of arrests were made with businesses, residents, and tourists scared. Oh, they fear for their lives. That's that term. These meetups are often hyped up and circulated on social media. Wow. So yeah, people, get your kids, because I promise you, I was thinking about heading into the city. I still want to go to that cookie shop, Insomnia, and oh my gosh, the cookies are so freaking delicious. I just have to go in person just to see the place, because I was given a box of cookies from Insomnia, and they were freaking delicious. It's like, man. So hopefully one night I get to drive into the city and visit this gourmet cookie shop. So, but nevertheless, I digress. What I'm hearing round two, social media chatter, round two. So City of Chicago, what are you going to do to protect the citizens, the tourists, the businesses, taxpayers? You have to have some type of controls in place to combat this. Granted, as I stated, I'm one of those aunties, as they call it, quote unquote. And I do believe jobs and economics plays a huge part of this. You know what? I'm not going to say a huge part, because based off of what I've been seeing, a lot of jobs are hiring. But the thing is, livable wages, is that necessarily the case? But I guess that's a whole nother argument in itself. However, jobs and just keeping the youth engaged in a rational manner. But at the same time, parents, we have to be held accountable to a small portion. We have to be held accountable in a sense, just a little bit. Get your kids, set up some type of intervention. Trust me, I'm a parent. I understand. I've been there, done that. Not with the mayhem and my child participating. Well, I hope not. Oh gosh, not that I'm aware of, because you just never know. But yeah, we have to have some type of responsibility. And then too, also, parents. And you know what? I'm not going to say parents, because we just never know. Excuse me. We just never know. It could be a situations, maybe more than one, where the parents are not alive or not around, and the teen is in a ward of the state. So what do you do in that type of instance? Is it a high instance? I don't know. I have no idea. But it may be just a one-off situation. But what do you do? What do you do when the teen has no parents, when the teen has no legal guardian, when the teen is just out here freelancing on their own and just running amok and getting it how they get it and just participating in a foolery? So, wow. Hopefully this is just a rumor and there is no round two, but the leaders of the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, I'm holding everybody accountable. We just have to kind of like work together to do something to combat this. Not gonna lie, I'm like praying and glad and happy that my kids are not involved in this. Not to say that they're perfect or anything, but oh my gosh, I'd be like looking at the news like, Lord, please don't let me see one of mine. But no, they have their own little things going on. I communicate with them, and one of them is like an introvert, so whatever. He ain't trying to see nothing like that. He probably a freak out. But But yeah, so like, share, subscribe to the mix. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. What are your thoughts? Do you believe it's going to be around too? What do you think the city of Chicago should do in the state of Illinois? And to my understanding, and if you drop down in my description section, I did another video on this. But to my understanding, I believe other urban cities are experiencing the same thing in terms of with the youth just running amok, mayhem, just disorderly and being unruly, and for a lot of different unfortunate crimes being conducted by the youth, teenagers between the ages of probably 15 to probably 21 or maybe 22. Not just in the state of Illinois, city of Chicago, but if you think about LA, meaning California, or maybe Philadelphia, this is happening across the United States in certain urban areas. So that kind of in itself sends a message. So that's something to ponder on and consider as well, in terms of those who are in leadership positions may need to hone in on what can they do from a ground level or from a micro and a macro level, to change the narrative, to change the tide of this, because the summer is approaching. We're in the month of April, and it could get worse possibly. And this is not the first time that this type of behavior or actions was displayed from a local to a national level. So yeah, it's really interesting, you guys. It's really interesting. This could be my child, so I'm kind of like mixed in it, granted, it's not my child. It's not one of mine. And I am a boy mom. I try to just be in my kid's ear constantly, But yeah, what are your thoughts? Drop a comment, like, share, subscribe to the mix, like, share, subscribe. Do you believe that there will be around to their social media chatter, that there's around to, unfortunately, hundreds of teens flooded into downtown Chicago, smashing vehicles? I could not imagine what someone would think. Like, if I'm driving into the city, because I'm just one of those type of persons, just listen to my music, fresh air, got my sunroof open, and I can't believe this is happening to me. I probably would be frozen. Like, this is a nightmare. So yeah, but drop a comment in the comment section. What do you think the city of Chicago or Illinois, or just the government from a local to a national level, should do? And also, do you believe parents should be held accountable, especially in terms of those teenagers that are under the age of 18 and who are under legal guardianship? So whether it be, and then also some might be awarded the state, so the state may be responsible as well. You just never know. But yeah, like, share, subscribe to the mix, like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting. And if you want to continue to support my channel and add to the content creation enhancement, go ahead and zelle your girl at tplegal30@gmail.com, or you can cash out me at $THEMIXX30. Thank you all for tuning in to the mix. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you all soon. Bye.